Hello, welcome to my online blog, Cassandra Crossing. And today I'm going to look at two books. One is Sivananda Inspirations, and the other is Women Who Run with Wolves, looking into myths and stories of wild women archetypes. So let's start with Sivananda, see what he has to say about what he recommends for us to do. And he says, "O adorable mother, I bow to thee. Without thy grace, no one can get success in spiritual sadhana and salvation in the end. O compassionate mother, thou art an ocean of mercy. Bless me. If I get a drop from that ocean, will it be dry? O my sweet mother, guide me, protect me, save me. I am thy child. Salutation, Sivananda." Yes. The first step in the spiritual path is the selfless service of humanity. And today, I should talk to you about the myth of Bluebeard. It is a myth that's known throughout the Western world, and many know it, but I would like to go over this version, which is Slavic. It's about a magician. It is described here, but I'll try to sum it up. Apparently, there was a magician whose blue beard was saved in a convent, and people told about him for many generations to come because this kind of myths, they are deep aspects of the soul and archetypes, so which are types of dynamics that take place within different cultures in a similar way, but different cultures call it different names. So Bluebeard was a magician, and he was a very charming man, and he courted three sisters at the same time, but the two older ones were a bit suspicious. So he took them out for picnics and offered them a wonderful time, and was very charming. And so the youngest sister thought, well, he's not so bad. She was trusting because she had this innocence of the heart, and she trusted Bluebeard. And so he married her, and he gave her keys to every door in his castle, and he told her, there's one key you should not use, and all the other keys you can use, but one key, you must never open that door. So when he left and her sisters came, they were looking into the castle, curious about the new place she lived in, and then they wanted to try out that room, that one door she wasn't allowed to enter, as human nature is. So she tried to open it, and finally the door opened, and then they saw horrifying view. It was bodies and skeletons, all his previous wives, and closed the door immediately. And she thinks, oh, it's just a bad dream. She tries to avoid facing it, but then the key keeps bleeding, and she can't ignore it. And whatever she does, she tries to scrub it clean. It just doesn't go away. The key keeps bleeding. She cannot avoid it anymore. Once that door has been opened, that's it. And she tries to hide it in the closet and to forget it. The very next day, Bluebeard comes riding home. Hi, wife, how are you? How's everything? Do you have a nice time with your sisters? Very charming as usual. And then he says, can you give me back my keys, please, now? So she gives him the keys, and then he notices one is missing, and he asks her about it. Hey, what happened to the missing key? And she says, I must have lost it when I was writing. And he feels something is wrong, and then he comes to her, grabs her, and says, "I want that key now. You have it." And then he knocks her about, and all of a sudden she sees another side of him that she's never seen before. And she chance has it that he hits her so hard against the closet that the key falls down, the bleeding key. He takes it, and then he grabs her, drags her to that room. And she begs him, "Please, no, please don't. Just give me 15 minutes just to make peace with my God." And somehow he agrees to it. He doesn't see anything wrong with it. It gives him because he has control, so why not? 15 minutes? No. And so he gives her 15 minutes, and she uses that time to call her sisters. "Sisters, sisters, do you see our brothers riding on the horizon?" And the sisters are looking out for her, but they cannot see anything. So she keeps asking. And at the very last minute, very, very last minute, when Bluebeard already has her cornered in the room, and he's about to behead her, the brothers come riding on their horses into the castle. They grab him and they kill him. And she is saved at the very last minute. But the idea is that these powers, these forces in that myth, they represent not only entities outside of ourselves, but inside of ourselves. And so when we trust, when we listen to people that say, "Oh, can you just please keep my secret to yourself? Don't tell anybody." It's already a sentence that's very, very suspicious. When somebody asks you to keep something hidden, and when somebody goes on the internet a lot and believes that secrets can be kept, that's not possible. And Google is just it's just an expansion of our world now, because a lot of people, they think that there are places you can hide, there are rooms you can just lock, but eventually, no, everything comes out, and the truth does come out. And these people that want to keep secrets, it's not possible to keep dark secrets, because eventually the door will be opened by a person who is seeking to find out what life is about, find out those locked doors. So eventually comes that person that will put an end to the secrets. But it's not so easy to cut off those Bluebeards. Just we need to protect ourselves from them, protect ourselves from the Bluebeards out there, and listen to our intuition, the sisters, listen to the suspicious voices that say, "Be careful, this person, something's not right about them. Why should I keep a secret of somebody?" And indeed, a lot of problems in this world begin when there are secrets kept, and when there are dark rooms who are not opened, and there are those magicians that try to convince us not to listen to our intuition and not to go into that dark room. And sometimes we need to realize there are realities we need to face that are not beautiful, and we cannot pretend it's a dream, a nightmare. It's just what happens when you are following a magician, the illusion, and not opening the doors. So, with that said, let's keep those doors open. Let's keep talking about things, evolving, and seeking protection from those Bluebeards out there. Peace, light, and love.